Hey digital identity friends, I'm Lance from RootsID talking self-sovereign identity. RootsID is an open source development group that builds software for grassroots identity efforts that matter. We engage with SSI communities like Trust Over IP, Decentralized Identity Foundation, KERI, and Hyperledger, all with the mission of bringing SSI to the mainstream. Thank you to our sponsors at Catalyst and Atala Prism. RootsID has just completed Season 2 of Cardano SSI Contributors, which was awarded by Catalyst in Fund 9 under the Cross-Chain Collaboration Challenge. The goal was to engage with the SSI community and contribute in the development of the open standards that will shape the future of decentralized identity. Our budget was $9,100 over a 3-month period. Lance Bird, Alexandre, and Rodolfo Miranda were the primary contributors. We've been engaging with the SSI open standards community for over a year now, and even though we are focused on digital identity, we have often been referred to as the Cardano guys because of the open source identity projects that we have contributed to the Cardano and Catalyst communities. We give updates about these communities, specs, standards, and software on YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, on rootsid.com, and in the regular meetings. Real innovation requires collaboration. We kicked off our SSI community engagement at the November 2022 Internet Identity Workshop in Mountain View, California. The Internet Identity Workshop is the premier semi-annual meetup for SSI tech in the Americas and meets at the Computer History Museum in Mountain View, California. IAW brings together some of the strongest minds in SSI for a week of discussion, collaboration, debate, presentation, and demonstration. For RootsID, we got the chance to meet many of the leaders that have shaped the open standards that we build software for, and we were exposed to new identity communities like OpenID Connect that we haven't worked with before. With 3 RootsID developers in attendance, we made it our mission to spread to as many sessions as we could, and it was an awesome event. Real trust requires a lot of layers. Trust over IP defines a technology and governance stack meant to help the community to converge on terms, understanding, separation of roles, and much more so that we can agree on what a complete identity ecosystem will require. At Trust over IP, we attend the Authentic Chain Data Container Task Force and the Trust Spanning Protocol Task Force. The Authentic Chain Data Container Task Force is expanding verifiable credentials with the proof of authorship and authority that can include delegation at any point in the chain. This enables the provenance of data across complex organizations and processes like corporate quarterly reporting. This diagram shows 3 layers of delegated authority in the Global Legal Entity Identifier Framework use case. The Trust Spanning Protocol Task Force is defining a single trust spanning layer that all other trust layers and applications can build on. This would provide a similar benefit to how TCP/IP gave the network stack community a single layer for addressing. If IP is the narrow waist, then the trust spanning layer is the narrow neck of the trusted web. Real decentralization requires a new kind of network. DIF hosts many different identity specs and working groups. Some of the most notable are the DID Universal Resolver, where DID methods and their drivers can be registered for use by the community. DIDCOM, which enables secure and decentralized messaging and protocols between DIDs. We participate in the DIDCOM spec meetings and help host the DIDCOM user group meetings, and Distributed Web Nodes, which provides a specification for storing, managing, and interacting with a DID's data across devices. Real verification requires a lot of cred. In Hyperledger, we participate in the Hyperledger Aries and Anon-Creds working groups. Hyperledger Aries hosts the software for several different agents that can issue, hold, and verify credentials. We regularly attend and occasionally substitute host the weekly Aries working group, and lately have been focused on defining the newest Aries interop profile. We regularly attend and occasionally host the Aries Framework JavaScript meetings, where the Aries JavaScript agent and surrounding ecosystem is discussed and continues to march towards greater modularity, pluggability, and ledger independence. We host the Aries DIDCOM v2 working group to coordinate and accelerate DIDCOM v2 adoption across Aries agents. And we attend and are extending the Aries Agent Test Harness, which is used to score the interoperability between Aries agents. Hyperledger Anon-Creds is a spec for ledger-agnostic verifiable credentials with privacy-preserving features based on zero-knowledge predicates. We participate and contribute to the spec working group and are closely monitoring the reference implementation. We have registered a Cardano method for anchoring Anon-Creds on Cardano, and lead a bi-weekly Cardano Anon-Creds meeting as part of the Cardano SSI Alliance. Real identity is complex, hierarchical, and starts with you. We regularly attend KERI meetings where they use first principles to approach the sometimes overwhelming complexities of key management, multisig, delegation, and provenance. We recently prototyped the first KERI backer on Cardano so that KERI key event logs can be anchored on Cardano. It's been an awesome quarter engaging with the SSI community. We attended over 75 community meetings across IAW, Trust over IP, Hyperledger, DIF, KERI, and the Cardano SSI Alliance. You can find all of our open source projects on our RootsID GitHub. And thank you to the Catalyst community.